Okay guys, I'm here today with Pete the Greek. Huge honor for me, the Wristlock man, the Wristlock guy. And guys, for those who follow Pete, he has a few instructions with us and he is becoming like well known as the best Wristlock person. And this week he's shooting an entire instruction of like Wristlock for kids. So Pete, what's the difference here? Like when you're teaching a kid how to do Wristlocks and when you're teaching an adult, what's the difference? And what are the concerns and what are the...
Okay, first of all, kids, they don't even feel the wrist locks or the arm bars or anything like that. So I think it's almost better for them to learn them. Yeah. And so when you grab their wrists, they're probably not even going to feel it. So you just bend it a little bit and let it go. Once you start bending it, we let it go. Because they're not really going to feel it. You see some of their arms, the parents or the instructor has to stop it once it gets to the point because they're not going to feel that. Right. And I think they're safe. I think that... wrist locks are safe. They're safer than chokes. Right. I mean, a lot of the tournaments, wrist locks are illegal for white belts and for kids. But the thing is, I think it's just because the people throwing the tournaments aren't familiar with wrist locks. Because a choke isn't any more safer. A Kimura is not any safer. Yeah. You know, so I think wrist locks are pretty fun.
I think, wrist lock, I think is still kind of like a new thing.
That's what it is. It's new.
And it's still like, you see, like you're kind of expanding the wrist lock.
Jiu-Jitsu's new. Like Kimura, well, what's new is old and old is new. Kimura, he was a master of wrist locks. Got it. And that's just the way it is. It comes from going for the Kimura, the guy defends, you get the wrist lock. And from all these positions, when they're defending one move, they're usually pulling their elbow in. Got it.
And can you share here, when you're teaching kids a wrist lock, normally where do you start? Like, what's the first wrist lock you teach a kid kind of thing?
I usually teach it from everyone is from the feet, from right here. Okay,
that's how you start.
You get the elbow and dominate. And then when we roll, we only go for wrist locks. Okay. So when I teach the kids, we tell them we're only allowed to go for wrist locks this round. Okay. And then they master that and they play with it. It's a special technique. And I teach that way with the adults as well. We'll say, okay, this round, Bernardo, we're only going for wrist locks. Right. And maybe we'll use that as a warm-up round for the first 2 rounds. But I don't think that they should be neglected. They're as good as any other move. Got it. And I don't think they're any more dangerous than any other move. Got it. No. And so it's kind of like they're just hidden because they don't know it. If you don't know it...
No, and for example, every time I think about kids, for some reason I always think about self-defense as well. So I think wrist locks for kids as a self-defense weapon, I think it's a very, very good thing. Yeah, because it can actually, besides a choke, it can actually work a kid versus an adult with a wrist lock. It could actually get someone off them because it'll shock the person. Yeah, yeah. If you see in the video, I have a girl and a little kid, and the little girl for sure can hit the wrist locks on adults. Good. For sure. Both the girls, because no one's expecting it. If you go to most jiu-jitsu schools, they're not teaching this stuff. Right. They think, oh, it's dangerous, but the choke is safe, or the Kimura is safe. It's not that. It's just we're in a point in jiu-jitsu. It's a lack of knowledge.
Yeah, it's a lack of knowledge. It's all it is. It's like, no, you can't open that book.
Got it. No, that makes sense.
It's too dangerous to read.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. Yeah. So guys, continue expanding on the wrist lock word. Pete just shot an entire structure this week all about wrist lock for kids. So what should you teach a kid on wrist locks? And it's a mix of self-defense and jiu-jitsu moves and everything that the kids should know.
And it was fun. It was fun filming. If you look at the kids in the video, everyone's laughing. When they hit the wrist lock on me, they're laughing. You see a big smile on their face. And that's the thing. That's why the wrist locks hit a lot of emotions. Yep. Because just as much as they make someone happy, they make the adults sad. But the kids get happy. The kid hits a wrist lock on me, they're laughing.
No, that's awesome. So guys, make sure to check it out. It's going to be at BJJFanatics.com very soon. Maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. And thanks so much, Pete.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.